coal passes through our ports, goes to all neighboring states, gives you zero jobs, zero livelihood, zero revenue, only destroys your ecology. That's the truth. The 300,000 mining dependent people of Goa want to know, what did the illegitimately manufactured government of BJP in Goa did? The second facet is the fishing industry. Bharatiya Janata Party has utterly failed to protect illegal fishing in Goa's coastline. BJP is the one which allowed bull trawling. BJP is the one which allowed 100 kV LED fishing boats. Ultimately, who does it destroy? It destroys marine life and it assaults the life of small fishermen who can barely sustain and live on a simple boat. And the lack of cold storage facilities we have repeatedly raised for the ordinary fishermen. 5 years have lapsed, nothing has happened. Congress is committed to undo so. Rahulji will unveil a detailed plan in the manifesto tomorrow. And I also want to highlight the small boat owners, which are the backbone of Goa, our fishermen. There was zero compensation given for destruction of their boats. BJP even failed to protect or save residences of the fishing community, with lots of which were demolished under the so-called CRZ. The third facet, which sustains our economy, 20% of our economy in Goa, is tourism. Goa's tourism industry has suffered a loss of 7,200 crores during COVID alone. But may I ask Pramod Sawant, what did you do? What did the Bharatiya Janata Party do? What did Narendra Modi do? Nothing. The answer is nothing. Jobs were lost, investments were lost, livelihoods were lost, and the number of tourists had gone down drastically. Actually, all that they gave was what we quote unquote mission 30% commission. That's what the BJP is symbolical of, where tourism goes. A deputy chief minister has now become synonymous with mission 30% commission. And it has led to collapse of tourism in the state. May I also ask today from the Bharatiya Janata Party through my friends of the media, where is the amphibian vehicle project that Congress party had conceived? Where is the hop-on, hop-off bus project? Where is the seaplane project? If a country like Maldives can virtually sustain on seaplane tourism, why is it that it was promised and nothing is fructified in last 5 years? And fourth facet of this inequality is the collapse of micro, small and medium enterprises, what we call very small industry. In India, over last 2.5 years, 60 lakh MSMEs have shut down. In Goa, the MSMEs are bleeding. They are the other job creators in Goa. Mining, fishing, tourism, MSMEs. These are job creators of Goa. But MSMEs are also bleeding. Goa ranks at number 4th from bottom. In all the states of the country, Goa ranks now under BJP at number 4 in ease of doing business, considering how corrupt and maladministered the BJP government has been. And I am not saying so. This is the certificate given to Pramod Sawant government, BJP government, by Narendra Modi. Despite having a natural advantage on logistics, tell me, if we can't have a natural advantage on logistics in Goa, who can have? Where do we rank? BJP ruled Goa now ranks at last place in India. Last place in India in the logistics ease across different states, which Modi ji has now called lead. This is their data. Goa is at number last while it should be at number 1. And the so-called economic revival package of 100 crores that Pramod Sawant announced, where is it? In whose pocket has it gone? Because it hasn't been given to any MSME. And BJP has completely failed to implement, since I know very little Konkani, I try to, and some Marathi I know better. I will ask my friend to read what is Goiche Dayaj. Why have they failed to implement that? What about the traditional occupations like the Fulkars, the flower people, the Khajekar, the Chanekar, the friends who actually pluck coconuts, what are they called? Rendir or Podir. Motorcycle pilots, Kakankar, Nalkar, cobbler, barbers. These are the people which comprise the exact population of Goa. Where have they gone? What help was given to them? They are running MSMEs. They are live MSMEs. They run small businesses who needed help. And I want to now bring you to the injustice. Injustice is in the DNA of BJP, friends. Whether it's police brutality against Anganwadi workers in Goa, like Kejriwal beats them up in Delhi, be it the long protest by the successor children of fighters of Goa Liberation Movement, be it the protest against illegal construction in Old Goa, and we all know that the person and her husband is a favorite of Prime Minister Modi, Shaina NC. Be it the teachers' protest, be it the mining dependents' protest, be it the taxi drivers or environmental activists' protest against the 3 linear projects. Every day, Goa's ecology is being destroyed and these protests continue. But what have they done? All that they have given to Goa in last 5 years is injustice. And income disparity. That has become a huge issue that Shri Rahul Gandhi yesterday spoke about also. And I want to just take 50 seconds to tell you. In last 2 years, 84% of Indian households, including Goan households, have suffered a loss of income. India's poorest, or half of India's population, 53% of them, have seen a decline in income in the last 5 years. India's middle class, which essentially comprises of large portions of Goa also, their incomes have plunged by 32%. I am not saying so, every research foundation has said so. And the most interesting part, which I keep pointing out, BJP works only for, out of 140 crore people of India, 142 people. Please note, out of 140 crore people of India, BJP works for 142 people only. Be it at the center or be here. For the wealth of 142 people in India has gone up from 23,14,000 crores to 53,16,000 crore. A whopping increase of 30 lakh crores. I don't think so our complete economy of Goa can ever be anywhere close to that since our inception. The wealth of 142 richest people in India has increased from 23,16,000 crores to 53,16,000 crore. 30 lakh crore increase. May I ask ordinary Goans what has happened to them? So this is a party only which works for 142 people as against 140 crore people of India. There is only one more, other than the BJP's 142 friends, there is one more entity whose wealth has increased. That is BJP itself. BJP's wealth also in last 7 years has increased by 550%. Their declared wealth, undeclared may be much more, or I don't know. We was 780 crore in 2013-14. It is now, and please note this, it is now 4,847 crore. 550% jump. The only party in the world to see such a quantum jump despite all-round recession. And inflation hit Goa, you know far better than I know. Every manifesto of the BJP, last two manifesto I have read, I have come here often. BJP used to say, we will cap petrol diesel prices at 60 rupees a litre. You all seen that. Instead, we have a 27% VAT that Pramod Sawant government has imposed. BJP and its friends made money. People of Goa and people of this country, their budget was bleeding. It's only after Congress party protested, and because there were elections, they reduced the price a little. It had crossed 100 rupees otherwise. It is still at about, I think, 96 rupees or give or take a few paisa, and at 87 rupees of diesel. The domestic LPG cylinder was 400 rupees when we demitted power. It is today 988 rupees. Almost $1,000 in 7 years. And Goa essentially depends on small shacks, small restaurants, small shops. Some even people who earn their livelihood by running these buggies or radies or whatever you may call them. Modi ji used to say, well, making pakodas is a job now. But now making pakodas has become impossible. For the commercial gas cylinder is 2,100 rupees now. How will you even make pakodas or run a shack or run a small restaurant or run a small eatery or run even a small redi or komcha? It's become impossible. Price of even vegetable, fruits, milk, eggs, pulses, and even the famous Goan pav, even that has become it has become expensive and almost like a luxurious item. So friends, the appeal to the people of Goa that BJP needs to be voted out. For BJP ruined Surme Goa. BJP worked against Santulit Goa. BJP failed to protect Sanskrit Goa. BJP damaged Suvidhya Goa. BJP stalled Samriddh Goa. BJP is against Sushashit Goa. And BJP has betrayed Swanadi Goa. And that's why Goa yearns for a change. There are imposters here who are BJP's B team. And through you, I like to tell them that they are only there to assist the BJP, to give cover fire to the BJP. And that's why we need to be wary of those imposters who wear a white topi but actually wear the RSS colors inside. And that's why we need to be also careful of them. I'm happy to take any questions.
मैं ये सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ कि अभी कुछ देर पहले अरविंद केजरीवाल ने एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की, उन्होंने पहले से वो कहते आ रहे हैं कि कांग्रेस को वोट करना यानी भाजपा को वोट जाना, इस तरह की बात को कर रहे हैं. आज तो उन्होंने आपके वोटर से अपील की है कि आप कांग्रेस को वोट ना करें, कि जो 2017 में हुआ वही 2022 में होने जा रहा है.
I want to tell people of Goa, Arvind Kejriwal is an imposter. Arvind Kejriwal finally represents what the RSS or the BJP represents. Arvind Kejriwal is in Goa, is in Uttarakhand to give cover fire to BJP. which is losing ground. Arvind Kejriwal tried to do it last time in Punjab, failed. They have again sent him. There are two people. Wherever BJP is losing, they will send. One is AIMIM, one is Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party. They will wear separate hats. They will seem to be opposing the BJP. But let no one be mistaken. End of the day, Arvind Kejriwal runs his government with the assistance and active help of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Otherwise, so many scams have happened in Delhi, and I will address them on a separate day. There is no way that he would have been able to rule. He would have been behind bars. Even if 10% of those scams would have been investigated and taken to a logical conclusion in a court of law, I can't pass a verdict against him or anybody, to be fair. It's only a court of law that will decide. But the amount of scams that have taken place in Delhi, and may I also ask, he is a person who used to swear by Lokayukta and Lokpal, who came to power opposing the Congress party side by side with RSS. Where is Lokpal in Delhi? Where has it gone? Why does Arvind Kejriwal no longer speaks about Lokpal? He used to speak about the common man. Look at all around Goa. Where are these hundreds of crores of rupees coming from? He has not declared them. I don't know where that money is coming from. Sheilaji used to spend for 15 years only 120 crore rupees yearly on advertisement. Arvind Kejriwal now spends 1100 crore rupees on advertisement. In a small state which is not even a full state like Delhi. Where is the money coming from? I am asking simple question. A man who swore by honesty and transparency, and the most competent Chief Minister of India and the longest serving Chief Minister of India was voted out in Delhi, Sheila Dikshit ji and the Congress party, based on bringing in Lokpal. Where is Lokpal in Delhi? 2 terms, no Lokpal. 2 terms, no honesty and transparency that he is to swear by. Where is the government of the Aam Aadmi? Arvind Kejriwal is nothing but Chhota Modi. His mannerism, his culture, his autocracy, his dictatorship, and where are those friends like Yogendra Yadav, Kumar Vishwas, Prashant Bhushan, whom he used to swear by? Does that not tell you about character of the impostor?
Next question.
Goa is golden Goa. Goa is golden Goa for BJP, but Goa is Gandhi Parivar ka Goa for Gandhi Parivar for Congress, said by Amit Shah.
Amit Shah ji has spoken partial truth. This is a golden goose that they keep milking through their rampant corruption. So by mistake, I think the truth slipped out of his tongue. For BJP, Goa is a golden goose that they are milking for money. For us, Goa is a place which is serene, which has a composite culture and a history that is unparalleled, which among the smaller states can be showcased if administered with sincerity and honesty, which Congress wants to do, as number 1 state of the country, and then become an example for emulate for others. Goa, Mr. Amit Shah, is not a golden goose to be milked for corruption. Goa's ecology has to be protected. Goa's fishermen have to be protected. Goa's 300,000 mining dependent people have to be protected in a manner where it doesn't tamper with our ecology. Goa's tourism needs to be protected and promoted. Goa's small MSMEs, be it a flower seller, be it a coconut seller, be it a person who fetches coconut from the tree, be it a person who sells chana, be it a barber, be it anybody else doing a small businesses, all of them need to be protected, and the culture of Goa, which is a composite culture, needs to be protected. I think that's the essential difference.
Next question. Next.
Anybody else? Otherwise I'll come back to
Vote
you.
is a major concern for all the parties who are contesting against BJP. BJP is claiming 22 plus. The major factor is all anti-incumbency and anti-BJP votes will be divided. So is that not a concern for you? Shiv Sena, TMC, Shiv Sena is in alliance with you in Maharashtra. They have shown the concern. TMC is in the same thing, but you refuse the proposal of building an alliance against BJP. So division of vote is still a concern for you. How does that matter? How will you cope it up in the elections?
My friend, division of votes is being manufactured, created and perpetuated by the Bharatiya Janata Party. That's why I said we have an imposter in Aam Aadmi Party which is only giving cover fire. TMC needs to think also, and I've said that in the past and I say it again. Are they here to fight for Goa or are they here to help BJP? It's not too late. I urge upon them. I appeal to them. In democracy, everybody has a right to fight. I'm not disputing their right. But every other party has to understand, comprehend and think and introspect whether by their acts and deeds, knowingly or unknowingly, are they actually giving cover fire to BJP. It's not too late. If they realize that this is correct, I would then humbly with folded hands urge upon them to shed all inhibitions and help the Congress party and its candidates.
So
Next
our
question.
party has announced lots of schemes. So is it possible that to give the Goa government?
First, let me tell that the Mr. Imposter needs to implement some of those schemes in Delhi. I live in Delhi and I live in a flat. Do you know how much I pay for electricity? I want to tell you, and I wish I had brought the bill because only this morning my wife was concerned. We have a 3-bedroom flat. I pay 42,000 rupees a month as electricity charge. The rates during summer months is going up to 13 rupees a unit. This is the truth of the imposters Delhi. And I'm happy if Mr. Kejriwal wants to see, since I make all payments from my account, he's happy, I'll be happy to see and have a debate here. So please remember, Goans, moment you will cross 100 units, then the first unit's bill will be 8 rupees per unit. At 101 rupee you will pay, ma'am, from 8 rupee a unit from unit 1. That's his model of deception. Same thing is happening to water. Please go and check in Delhi what is the water rates that people are finally ending up paying. By gimmicks, you cannot befool people. Delhi people have now realized it. It's better that Goans also recognize the imposter.
But he claims that every Goan family will save around 10 lakh rupees a year if he comes in power.
Why does he not transfer 1 lakh rupee a year to every Delhi family first? And I will believe you. And I will admit in my press conference that yes, he's done so. Why does he not transfer 50,000 rupees? Why does he not transfer 10,000 rupees? Rahul Gandhi ji had promised that to every family we will transfer 6,000 rupees. Nyay. Why doesn't he transfer 6,000 rupees? Do you know that people were gasping for oxygen and dying in Delhi? And Mr. Kejriwal was campaigning in Punjab? Do you know that the extent of infection, the factors had gone up to 52 in Delhi and the Chief Minister was missing? People were dying, people were gasping, people were crying only for a paracetamol tablet. People were asking for a remdesivir injection. The Youth Congress, Mr. Mukesh Sharma, Mr. Ajay Makhan, Alka Lamba, they were providing in Delhi remdesivir injection. Rohan Gupta, Randeep Singh Surjewala, there was no Aam Aadmi Party there. It was as if government had run away. Mr. Kejriwal ran away and hid. Only Congress people were working on the ground during last 2 years when COVID hit. Tell me how much compensation has he paid to to the families of victims of COVID? Only when Supreme Court said, has directed BJP, Aam Aadmi Party, everybody 50,000 rupees. That is the model. So please ask him to transfer a state that he has ruled for 7 years, 7,000 rupees before trying to befool the people of Goa.
Any other question?
और हिंदी में मुझे चाहिए
जी।
कमेंट जो